Yeah. But
So,
Restream should be doing that for you, shouldn't it?
well, you got to pay to get. Okay, let's just flip the. Let's go to the.
You don't have to pay to get Periscope.
No, but to get what do they call it? Like scenes. That's what we're looking for. Hey, Justin. There.
Hey, how's it going? Are we live now?
There we go. Yeah, it is live. We're live. They can see us. You can.
Okay, well, give me something to retweet here. I still don't see any tweets.
I forgot to hit tweet. I'm not a marketing guy. I just play with
I should be your assistant.
Yeah. You're hired.
All right.
So many here's what I don't like about Ecamm Live, if they're ever listening to this. And I appreciate that they have how they have like the floating windows all over the place.
Yes.
Like that's cool. It's neat the first time. You're like, whoa, the scenes are over there and I can move them over here. But I just want like an app that's locked in place so I don't accidentally hit like the wrong X somewhere.
Yeah. You know what they need?
Screw up.
They need to have workspaces that you can save.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, because I always what do? Okay, so this screen here, you guys can't see it. Well, I could show you. This is going to mess everything up. But, I got this laptop here.
No, if you try this. You share your screen through Skype. Right?
Okay.
Like, how you can do screen share?
Will that work in here?
I don't know. If worst case is we break it.
Oh, my God. Okay, so I've got two screens. This is my primary laptop screen.
I'm not seeing it. Oh, there we go. Now we are. Yeah.
And I was just going to tweet Ecamm. And I was am I recording this? Hold on. I might be recording. Auto-recording, and it's killing my machine.
Is that your MacBook Air, or what are you using?
No, it's a MacBook Pro. Here. Yeah, I'm recording down here. Stop that. Anyway, so I have this screen here that is my laptop screen, and I like this to be the one that I share when I'm live streaming.
Right.
But then I'm going to switch screens here.
I like how you're like, when I live stream, when you've been live streaming for like less than a week, as if you've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah, but now I'm an expert. And then we're going to go.
You got to tweet, because there's only like 3 people watching right now.
Well, I retweeted it. Should I actually yeah. It always takes a little bit of time. I find even like for me, sometimes it takes like 15 minutes for people to show up.
I'm just seeing myself.
Yeah, well, because I'm explaining something to you. This screen is where I keep all my Ecamm stuff. So if I've got Ecamm over here, so this is where I put all those little modules we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. And I'll stop sharing my screen now. Am I back?
There you go.
Okay. And so what I want to do is save it so Ecamm is just over here, and I keep all the Ecamm stuff here. The only one I take is I have that little switcher over here.
The scene switcher thing?
The scene switcher, yeah.
There's like 3 Justin Jacksons on my screen right now. It's got the Skype window, there's the pop-up Skype window, and then the Ecamm window.
Oh, yeah, and then Ecamm window.
This guy.
This Ecamm thing is a game changer, though. Actually, I keep meaning to. I want to tweet Ecamm and say, Ecamm, check this out, but I got to figure out. So, what are you running right now? Are you on a MacBook Pro or are you on something else?
I'm on an iMac. Like a 2015 Retina iMac.
Okay, so I'm on the late 2013 MacBook Pro, 2.6 gigahertz Intel Core i7, 16 gigs of RAM, and then the NVIDIA GeForce 750M, 2048 megabytes. And it's just been pinned lately. Like, I can't, and maybe it's just too old now. What do you think?
It's probably, I know especially streaming barfs, like Macs just barf on it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I know like you could have like a 5-year-old Windows PC and it would probably stream just fine. But then for some reason, Macs, even like with super beefy stuff, can't handle it streaming wise, even though it's supposed to be like the video champ or whatever. But
it says, okay, this is going to be super interesting to people. I'm going to share my screen again. Wait a second. Here we go. By the way, Skype, I hate your new setup.
Yeah.
So this is my activity monitor. Look at Skype Helper.
Yeah.
158% of my CPU.
Yeah.
What the hell? And then kernel task,
What's
Windows
VT
helper.
decoder? What do you got?
What's this? What's this doing?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
VT
That could be
decoder.
some sort of video thing going on, but I don't know.
Um.
Weird.
Oh, I wonder if this is because I'm using this old monitor. If this is like using a bunch of my CPU, that would be hilarious. And then
Do you got some Bitcoin running? Is that what Cache Notify is?
maybe I might. Do you want to see my portfolio? Hold on, I'll see if I. Except the only thing is I can't remember my password anymore.
That seems like the ultimate cryptocurrency if you're locked out
That
of your money.
that's like the joke. Yeah, shit. Uh, it's trying to unlock. Let's see if I know my password.
That's what people tune in for.
Oh, I got in.
Nice. Good job.
All right. So, folks. Oh, okay. I got to show this to you, but I'm going to set it up this way. I invested $200 US in this. Right? You ready to see where I'm at?
Just wait. Before, oh no. Is your wife watching right now?
$55.60. She's the one that told me to invest in this, so this is her fault. She should watch.
Oh, maybe if you update the version of Exodus, you'll get more money.
Yeah, maybe I'll get more money. They're like, we're hiding some of your money. So what do I got here? I got 29% in 0x coin. Thanks, Kyle Fox, for that recommendation. And then 71% in Litecoin, which is being hidden by the yeah. So this is probably, you're not supposed to do this. People can probably steal my stuff just by showing this. What's Gollum coin? Like, cryptocurrency is just a joke. It's just a joke. Don't call
some
it
sort of marketing guy in there.
Gollum coin fun fair. So I'm gonna go to Ratio Coffee and say, yeah, I would like to buy my coffee with some Gollum coin. Do you guys support Gollum coin here?
Nice.
This is so dumb. Did you do any in crypto investing?
I've never done it. No, I'm old fashioned. I just put it under the mattress.
Well, yeah. I mean that's good too. But safer than what I did.
Hey, Betty, over on Mixer. This is definitely not a weather podcast. That's my shirt.
How can I?
I don't think you can see the chat overlay, right? If I've got one on screen that I put on overlay right now with Ecamm. You're not seeing that, or do you see it?
Oh yeah, I can see when I look on Twitch.
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, Captain Positive. Hi, if you're still there, Captain Positive.
Here I'm gonna do a native tweet here. We just got to get some more people on here. What I want to say, I want to
down your rep one.
I'm going to say talking about how crypto is dumb. And I was going to ask you something live. Oh, and I can't remember it now. What was that joke I said before we went live?
Oh, trying out your new assistant or breaking in new assistants.
Oh, yeah. How we need personal assistants. Yeah, that's good. With iChris. How come you're iChris V2 on some things?
Just on Instagram, because I had an account and then I went through like Instagram's advertising everything and they're going to advertise my kids' faces phase, and so I deleted it, and then now I can't get it back. So, yeah. My personal account is iChris Plays Games on Twitch, because there's iChris is taken by somebody who's never done anything with it. So
okay.
Anyway.
I've got a question about that.
Okay.
If I want to start playing games with hold on, I gotta figure out my windows again. Here we go. If I want to start playing games, do you think I should start a different Twitch channel? Because it's like when you set it up, for example, yours says creative, you're in the creative directory, and then I don't know what these are. Are these tags? So there's directories, and then there's communities. So you're in the creative directory, and then podcasting, new streamers, and podcasts. So for your gaming one, I'm assuming that, like, do you have a gaming Twitch?
Here, Let me do my own screen thing here. Desktop. Switch it over to Chrome. So on, I guess it's hard for you to see this maybe, but like
oh no, I can see it all.
On your dashboard.
I'm watching live too, just like the folks at home.
I'm not revealing anything crazy, but your title is like what is on the video stream, right? As whatever is happening right now. The go live notification here is what goes out in the email form to people when they send them an email notification that you're live. The category can be changed at any time, like per stream. So you can do like IRL as in real life or Fortnite. Choose that. And that's just like whatever stream you're doing right now, you put in the proper category because Twitch says they'll get mad at you if you don't. And obviously, if you're not, unless you're Ninja broadcasting something that's not Fortnite and advertising it as Fortnite, they're not really going to care too much. But generally, like we just do the talk shows thing.
Yeah.
For good stuff. But even then, like I know Kyle will occasionally stream some Destiny or whatever and some other games and stuff. And we've kind of taken the approach that like rather than having a million different, where did I have it as before? Creative. And then hit update. Rather than having a bunch of different categories.
Hold on, pause there. Why did you choose creative?
Well, creative or actually in real life should be the one generally like for stuff. Okay, so if you're doing on the biz dev side of Twitch, where you want to be maybe affiliate and then a partner, they take into account how many viewers you have, obviously, subscribers, watch hours, all that stuff. And what I read at one point, and I don't know if this is still true, is IRL does not count against your averages because they want to also encourage just like, Periscope style, like in real life streaming, just to fill up the feed. So then basically you just you choose IRL for like stuff when you're just dicking around and don't want it to be like nobody's going to tune in kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So most of my streams.
Right. You get people, but like it actually is crazy because like where am I here? Switch back to us maybe. Skype chat. There we go. There. Justin's on Good Stuff TV. Like
I can't. I'm gonna watch that live.
Someone subscribes to you on Twitch and then also, what do they call it? Donates their Twitch Prime sub or something like that to you. You get some money from Amazon or Twitch, I guess, or whatever.
Okay.
So once you're an affiliate, and so it adds up. Like I mean, we're not by any means we don't have like tons of money or tons of subscribers coming in, but we do have. I forget where there's like analytics somewhere. Yeah, like we've gotten a few bucks each month, $10 one month, $6 another month. Like, so it just adds up like every little bit. And it's US dollars. So Canadian folks like us, it helps even more.
Hey, so from the affiliate program in Twitch, you've gotten that much money.
Right. Yeah. Because there's affiliate and then partner, I think is the next one. But yeah. And
so here's a question. Can I promote something like Patreon, like my Patreon on Twitch? Do people do that? Or is that against the terms of use?
No, you can. I think the only thing that gets them, and like I guess we'll find out maybe, is that I think it's once you're a partner, which is above affiliate, then using services like Restream are kind of a no-no. And it might even be affiliate. Like I might be breaking some rule right now by using Restream. And I think that's kind of why we stopped using Restream for a while, just because we were like, well, if they're going to, like, we'd get one viewer on YouTube, so who cares really?
Yeah.
But it is, I know it's kind of fun, especially you've got a variety of an audience, right? So Being Bradley says No Man's Sky 2. Yeah, this is not No Man's Sky, but I've never played No Man's Sky. It looks really fun. It looks like a game that me as a 15-year-old, I would have sunk many, many hours into.
Is No Man's Sky the one that everyone was like super excited about and then it wasn't super great?
Yeah, and they had to like sort of backpedal on, like they got a bunch of money. It seems like they handled it really well. The folks behind it, developers or whatever, and have, kept at it rather than like giving up, bailing, have kept at it and seem to have sort of recovered now. I saw Kyle was playing it too the other day on our channel and looks like a lot of fun. Like running around random space planets, discovering stuff and mining. I don't know. It doesn't sound so good when you describe it that way, but yeah.
I saw a funny No Man's Sky joke the other day. I'm trying to remember where I saw it.
Just ask your assistant.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I wish I could. I do wish. Wouldn't that be great if you could just have? Hey, Janet, can you pull up that joke I found yesterday? Yeah, thanks. You know?
A few seconds later, just like off camera, someone hands you a
Yeah,
piece of
just
paper.
so my next step is you got to fake it till you make it. So
Right.
my next step is I'm just gonna have some sort of pretend like robot hand handing me things, and then it'll look like I've got all these assistants, and then eventually people will be so enthralled with it that I'll
Someone will be like, "I wish I was that robot arm." Think of all the fame I could have.
my hand could be in one of his videos. So
Hey,
the
Slender
new
Boy.
the
Super
new
Slender Boy, sorry.
who's Super Slender Boy
Over on Mixer.
over? Oh, what's Mixer?
That's Microsoft's Twitch. They bought.
Ah. So you're streaming there too?
Yeah, I just hooked it up in Restream. So I only have an account there because I have an Xbox and was messing around with it on there. But so anybody there, I haven't seen. Maybe there is lots of podcast talk shows and stuff. I assume it's mostly video gamers and stuff on there doing their Xbox thing. But.
Yeah. See, the reason I'm interested in Twitch is because there seems to be a technical audience there. So if I go to the programming directory, there's like all sorts of people doing live programming. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've been using it for so far is I'm forcing myself to learn programming and I'm just doing it live.
Yeah.
And incidentally, as an aside, I think I'm onto something there. Because I've long
right now John Buddha's listening. He's like, "Oh crap." No, anyway,
John Buddha is my technical co-founder.
Yeah.
But so I've often described myself as a geek who can't code. I've been on computers since 1984. Commodore VIC-20, any VIC-20 people out there? If you're a VIC-20 person, wave on the live stream. Or any Commodore people, because some people were Commodore 64 people, right?
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to discriminate at this point between. Oh, he said Commodore VIC-20. I shouldn't raise my hand.
He said he's VIC-20. VIC-20 was the cheaper version. Which did you have one of those?
I never had. I jumped. I got my entry was IBM PC Junior because my dad got one at work with like a $10,000 printer that always got stuck or something like that. Like.
Yeah, see, after the VIC-20, we had a Tandy. Now, I thought Tandys were just like this niche little thing that nobody had, but it turns out a lot of people had Tandys growing up. Anyway, what's my point with all this?
You were onto something with Twitch or with nerds.
Yeah.
Not
so
nerds.
I've loved computers forever. On that old Commodore, I would program in BASIC, like really basic programs. And then, got into the BBS scene, was like helping people do ANSI art and stuff, ANSI menus and BBSs. And then when I was 11 or 12, asked for a copy of Turbo Pascal for my birthday.
Hang on a second.
Wait, were you laughing at me already?
No. I accidentally hit the scene thing and started the looping video.
Oh,
while you were talking.
You're like, this is so boring, man. I can't. So. Anyway, so I asked for a copy of Turbo Pascal, and it came with like a manual like this big, and it was like, this is. I really tried hard to learn how to program in Turbo Pascal.
Yeah. And
I don't know if it was like, I see you titling this. You got to change the color or something.
Just messing around with Ecamm, trying to figure this out. Okay.
See, this is why we're such a great pair, is that you could, as I'm chatting, someone can be, making titles and stuff. Anyway, so I'm trying to learn Turbo Pascal. And at the time, I was on Usenet. Like, Usenet was a thing. And FidoNet on bulletin boards was a thing. So you could kind of ask for help, but there was nowhere near the community that kids have now.
No, yeah.
Like I lived out in the country. I knew nobody that programmed. And so I just, for whatever reason, and so I got to pause here. The question in my head is, am I just not made out for programming? Like, am I just not built that way? Or did I just not have the right environment for me to learn it properly?
Right.
And so that's always been in my head. I've kind of shifted back and forth. And, in my case, what came along was there was just things like Macromedia Authorware and even Microsoft Access. And it was way funner making computer programs in those. So it's like, think HyperCard, basically HyperCard, like Microsoft Access and Macromedia Authorware were like the PC versions of HyperCard. And being able to visually create menus and visually, create flows and things, that was just way more my thing. And then HTML came around 93, and then it was game over. I just wanted to make websites.
Yeah. Front page it up.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't front page guy. I was a Dreamweaver guy. Still am a Dreamweaver guy, if I'm going to be completely honest, and
as you should.
as I should. And so, but I've always had this question of, what am I just bad at this? Maybe I'm just not built for it. And then eventually, I had to make money, and the way I make money is becoming kind of the a product manager or the marketing guy or whatever. Mm-hmm. So, but I've talked to quite a few people about this idea of geeks who can't code. And I think I'm onto something there. I think there's a bunch of us that feel like we're geeky, that feel like we're technical, that feel like we deserve a spot at the table, and we always feel excluded, like, and this isn't on purpose, but like it's like, oh, well, you're the marketing guy, or you're the product manager, or even like you're the front end designer. You'll never belong here, right?
Yeah.
And cold fusion, Brad. Exactly. Everyone had their thing. So I think I'm onto something here, which is for this one group, whether they were geeks growing up or not, like they might be business people, they might be whoever, they are interested in programming, but I don't think developers realize why it's hard to get into coding. I think the actual programming is not as hard as people think. I think the hard stuff is all like configuring your dev environment, understanding the command line, understanding how servers work, understanding how local dev environments work, like local servers and all that. That's the confusing piece. And actually writing code, although I haven't gotten to that part. So
that doesn't stop you, though, from having an opinion about it.
But I think the actual writing of code is not as hard as we think it is. And for example, here, I'll show you something here. Let me pull up. I'll pull up my window here.
I'll say for Ecamm folks, I don't know if there's a Super Slender Boy was spamming us in the Mixer chat, so I had to go into Mixer to like time him out or something for a while. But there isn't a way that in the comments and reactions window to like delete or block that I can tell. So you kind of run the risk of like,
are you manually approving those?
Yeah, like they don't. That's one other thing. I think maybe he was thinking that it had to, like, whatever somebody said would go into the live stream, and so that's not the case. Obviously, you get to choose what you put onto the screen.
Oh, that's cool.
And so, like, obviously, if you're being nice and it's appropriate comments, then I'm just going to throw it on there just for fun because that's part of the interactive part of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're being a doofus, then not.
Yeah. Oh, man, doofus is a good word.
See, there he's back, Super Slender Boy, saying hi, being nice.
Super Slender Boy might be my son, Marty. That just sounds like that sounds like him.
So the folks
Marty,
who are the problem is,
yeah,
right, is somebody who's because like Chris asks on Mixer, who's watching on us on Mixer, wondering why
yeah,
his spam didn't hit the screen, but he's still disrupting, able to disrupt the Mixer folks, right? Or if somebody was doing it on
okay.
Twitch, we have a Twitch bot. I guess we could probably install like a Mixer bot too that would just automatically time them out or whatever. I just haven't actually investigated anything on
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, Mixer. So, anyways, aside to the side, you're programming.
Yeah, I'm programming. I'm telling you guys all about programming. I'm just trying to. I'm also trying to come up with a example I can show you from Transistor. I'm going to bring up both. Um, okay. So I gotta here. I'll just share my screen and then we can go from there. So we want this one here. All right. So first of all, let's go to this is from Statamic, for God's sakes, statamic.com, which is a Laravel-based flat file CMS, I think. And let me just toggle the soft wrap. I like a little soft wrap. There's some. If you've ever done any liquid templating for Shopify or something, this is very similar. But this is programming. If title, then do something with site. I'm not sure if it's like, title, and then it's saying if title, add maybe site name, and if you can start to understand a little bit about what's going on here. I don't completely get it, but I could fool around enough and kind of get here's what's going on in these places, right? Wait, you have to toggle soft wrap each time. Okay, same thing here. If contact email, then show this. There's this partial footer menu. Okay, I can kind of see what's going on here, right?
Yep. Sorry,
that's programming.
Yeah.
And most programming is if this then that statements. If you've ever fiddled around with the if this then that web app or Zapier, do you say Zapier or Zapier?
I say Zapier usually, and then occasionally Zapier.
Zapier,
when
Zapier.
I'm fancy.
Okay. Anyway, if you fooled around with that, that's basically programming.
Yeah.
And if you've done any HTML, you know, like this all looks familiar, doesn't it? Right? Here's a screen from Transistor.fm. This is the Ruby on Rails app that John Buda built. And I don't know if I'm even allowed to show these things.
Revealing
secrets, but I can see like what's kind of going on here, right? Like here we're rendering a form, here we're showing some navigation. If policy is to destroy, are you sure you want to delete the show and all of its episodes? I can kind of see what's going on here, right?
Yeah.
That's programming. And sure, I almost look at me.
Just leave that. Hit save. I'm sure John will find it.
If you've ever wondered what it's like to partner up with me, this is basically what it's like. Just like, what the fuck?
John right now is like got code red alerts on his phone. Somehow his watch is just like going off.
Justin's in the code base. Yeah. This stuff is not nearly as hard to figure out because it's mostly human readable. You can kind of know what's going on.
Well, you can do find and replace. That's what I like. So we're using Jekyll sort of stuff for the good stuff CMS.
Yeah.
And Kyle did like 99% of it all, and so he's smart and he's got it all. It's kind of like you with John, right?
Yeah.
But the way I find stuff is just like because there's all sorts of like PHP requests or whatever, or not PHP, but yeah. Stuff where it's pulling from one spot and then another spot and templates and layouts and whatever, and you look on the front end, you're like, I need to find where this copy is, and you just do a find in project, and then that's the only way I can get back to figuring out where that thing is, because Whereas
totally.
I'm guessing where you're going, like a server config is like my local copy isn't working because of some random error code that I don't know, whatever package is sending, and you're like, okay, how do I? And then you're just like copying, pasting error codes, Googling, and then you have no idea if it's like the answer from 2 years ago is right or the answer from 5 years ago is right. And you try one, and it's like, oh, well, of course you shouldn't have done that one because like obviously the version of package input wrapper 6.43 is out of date, and you should be using 6.47 or whatever.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Totally. So this is how I've been able to even meaningfully contribute inside of Transistor is doing exactly what you're talking about. So this is Atom, the Atom text editor, and you can do find in projects. So somebody says, hey, Google Podcasts came out with a new thing. It's a new podcast player and I'm like, okay, I want to be able to add that to our app myself. And so I knew that we already had Google Play, I think. And so, this just goes through the whole project. Here it is.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking here and I'm like, oh wait, I can, and this is what I did is I added this piece here. Google Play URL, Google Podcast URL. And then I'm like, oh, wait a second. So let's search for this thing now, right? Let me just keep pending tab.
I'm realizing that like if only if you and I had ever connected to like build something, we'd be like,
yeah,
I don't know what to do. If John and Kyle had connected to build something, it'd be like super awesome because they'd be like, oh yeah, sir, sweet. I'll just do this. You do that. It'd be done in half the time.
Because they would hate each other.
Yeah, that's true. I know they'd be stepping on each other's toes and doing things slightly, putting the comma instead of the period or whatever. And yeah.
Exactly. So, but it's fun for me to learn this stuff. And essentially, if you can do this level of kind of find in a project and figure it out, and I'm looking the whole time, like I can see that this, for example, I think this is is this in the models or controllers? Let's see here. This is in the controller. And I'm like, oh, well, I've also got to register Google Podcasts here, right?
Yeah.
Because that's that. Okay, there we go. And I'll go back here and I'm like, okay, what else did I miss? Oh, I got to generate an SVG. Okay, I can do that. This is how you start to figure this stuff out, right? And I'm learning a ton. What's hard though is this is what happens the first time someone programs is like, you gotta, understand the terminal. So here's my terminal. And it's like, where the hell am I in here? Right? And so the first thing I did, and everyone thought this was hilarious, was, I'm going in here and I'm like, okay, well, I know enough commands from my teenage hacking days when I was able to telnet into a university system and learn a little bit of Unix commands. I know how to kind of get around, but I'm like, oh, I want to see I want to view index.php. Like, what will this do? Will this open up Atom or something? And I go here and I'm like, well, what happened? Where am I? And I'm like trying to I'm hitting escape, nothing works. I'm hitting Control C, nothing works. And I'm like, what? How do I get out of here?
I think I clipped this on Twitch for you.
Yeah, this was awesome. And all the programmers joked about it. They thought it was so funny because I'm stuck in Vim, which is this ancient text editor. Honestly, programmers, there's a little bit of sociopath.
I know.
Because why would you subject people to this kind of so the key is you have to hit :Q.
Yeah. And then
then you're out. But check this out. This is going to, if I go to emacs.index.php, now if I hit :Q, I'm actually just editing in the editor.
Yeah.
Dumbass. You're so dumb. You don't know what you're doing.
Do you know PPWND? Is that a guy you know? He says, I love Vim.
Yeah, of course. They all love it. I love you too. But, it's
there wasn't a mouse control, yeah.
Think about too, I understand if you've been using it, since 1969 and you're like, I just know all the keyboard shortcuts and it's great for me. And you got a neckbeard out to here, then keep using Vim. That's great for you. But for a noob like me, who's just trying to figure shit out, and great. Look, it just says auto saving done. Thanks a lot, Emacs. I think to get out of Emacs, it's Control C, Control X. Nope.
I just do Command Q. That's how I get out of it.
Control C, Control X. Nope. Control C, Control X. See, Control C, Control X. Okay, now, do you want to save this file? And look at all these options. Yes, I'm YN exclamation mark dot Q C dash R D or C dash H. What
Oh,
kind of psychopath came up with this?
check this out. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my desktop. Oh, wrong screen. Safari. Vim Adventures. You have to play a game.
Yeah. Oh, he wants me to play that game.
Vim-adventures.com.
I know this is what's his real name? I know this guy. This guy's awesome. I follow him on Twitch.
That's awesome.
Uh,
I'm not going to
yes.
subject anybody to it right now.
Oh yeah, Vim Adventures. Oh, learn Vim while playing a game. Yeah, this looks really fun. I can't wait to try. Look. Okay. What? Okay. Oh, this is already fun. It's saying you can't use the arrow keys. You got to use H, J, K, and I.
Yeah. Just to be pure Vim.
Oh my God. You don't. Okay, I will. This does look. I will experiment with this just because I'm interested in the nostalgia.
Yeah.
And because I'm a sucker for pain, but can we just all agree that this interface is not for people who are right in the head? Like, this is terrible. And so, okay,
Tweet it at MI Justin if you have some opinions on that.
And I understand, but here's the other thing. There's something else. Have you ever gone Pico index.php?
Yeah.
Now, look what the folks at Pico have done. It's same thing. It's a little text editor I can go around in. But thankfully, there's a little navigation at the bottom. Vim, Emacs. Why couldn't you just add that?
Exactly.
It's 2018. Like, and I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it. You know, there's something about having it around forever and people understand it and everything. But Control X, I'm out. Thank you, Pico. You're my favorite. Do emojis work in here?
Yeah.
Do they?
I think you're dreaming.
No. Oh, let's see. Yes. Love Pico.
There you go.
Oh, the love command's not found. Again, because.
Yeah.
So this is the part people find frustrating. How come I have a woman mountain biker tooltip that was?
It's like the emoji. Hopefully, it's not your last Google image search or whatever.
I mean, I do search that quite a bit, but.
BC.
So this is where people get stuck, right? Is how do you maneuver your way around terminal? How do you set up? And still to this day, here, I'll take this off screen for a sec.
Okay, you got 2 minutes to explain your idea. Because my family is imploding about supper, and so.
Oh, geez, sorry, man. No, it's 4:30. What are you?
5:30 out here. There's time zones.
Okay, sorry. Anyway, I got to stop sharing my screen here. Anyway, so.
What's your elevator pitch for your idea? Let's go.
I thought I already explained this. Am I back on screen?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So this is the pitch. Is that I think there's lots of folks like me that have these holes in their technical knowledge that have always wanted to learn programming that got stuck as soon as they hit the command line and everything else. And I think they're looking for a village idiot to just work through that stuff and be okay with looking like a dummy and asking dumb questions so that they don't have to. I also think that folks like Jordan, who are a little bit more technical, that they think it's hilarious. And for them, it's entertaining to see a biz guy who they've all had to work with and who they've all rolled their eyes at, to watch someone like me working my way through these things. And so that's my pitch for dumbprogramming.com.
See, and that's where I think there's plenty of experts out there who know what they're doing and can walk people through how to do it. There's plenty of nerds who think they're experts and won't take advice, right?
Yeah.
And have courses that you buy and you realize they're an idiot. And
Yeah.
then there's a whole bunch of people in the middle. And so I think that's where even someone like Chris Coyier, who like CSS Tricks and CodePen now, he rose to prominence, if you will, by broadcasting and screencasting his mistakes as he went. And
Mm-hmm.
he'd put out a screencast about how, I remember watching one, how to install MAMP or whatever. And it was
Yeah.
like, he's like, oh, shoot, I did this. Oh, crap, I wiped out whatever. And it was like errors. He didn't edit them out. He just like for an hour walked through how he was doing it and how he was solving it. You watched along with him and you're like, sometimes you're like, oh, shoot, Chris, don't do that. Don't do that. And then he did it and you'd be like, oh, whatever. And then
Yeah.
he'd fix it. And sometimes he'd just nail something and get it right the first time or whatever. And you kind of saw, flaws and all, how a web developer, programmer, nerd works.
Yes.
And I think that's way more interesting to folks on every level, because unless they're really neckbeardy and have their nose in the sky, they're going to find it fun. Just like it's like a fellow nerd watching that. Like nobody can program well when people are watching you. That's the worst. Your typing goes to crap all of a sudden. You can't copy and paste properly. You quit things you shouldn't. So I think that's where I think you're resonating with folks, whether they like folks who otherwise, like for you especially, who wouldn't otherwise pay attention maybe to marketing stuff, are happy to like tune in to. And I mean, for crying out loud, you got the CEO or whatever of Statomatic to like basically rebuild your site for you because you were doing so badly or whatever.
Yeah.
Or he took over from you. I mean.
Yeah.
But, and so it's
And then episode 2, he called in and he's like, okay, because for him, he's never seen someone go through this stuff.
That's the other part.
And here's the other thing is what a lot of technical folks don't realize is that, for example, a lot of people who consume APIs, that use APIs, are not technical. They're consuming the APIs through Zapier, through, they're trying to build stuff themselves. They're like doing JSON dumps and like Googling how to view JSON online. Like those are people that are using your stuff. And, I'm more technical than most. I at least can like whatever. And if I'm getting stuck and I'm reading your documentation and it doesn't make sense, it's not your fault, but you've just had no one do that in a way that is exactly like you said with Chris Coyier. Like, I'm actually going to show you all my mistakes, and you're going to be it. Otherwise, if you just have the sanitized version where people are like, okay, and then I just do this, and now my local server's working, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you do it, and then your whole machine goes, blah, 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 and it doesn't work. That's debilitating to people. But when you can see the mistakes exposed, then it's better. So anyway, that's the pitch.
So what's your channel? People should go follow on Twitch, right? Twitch.tv.
Twitch.tv/MegaJustin. I just registered dumbprogramming.com.
Of course you did.
While we were talking. I don't have it pointed anywhere yet, but it will. I'll
redirect it to Twitch, to your Twitch channel.
I should just redirect it to Twitch for now.
Then you can don't bother setting up a stupid websites and.
Yeah, just go to exactly. Just go to dumbprogramming.com and I'll forward it to my Twitch. But cool. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, I'm more pumped about Ecamm. This was Ecamm live test, but also a good chat. So
cool. Like you being able to show things on screen like that, it makes the screen way cleaner.
Yeah. So
good. Say hi to your family. Sorry, I
think it's the second time you've interrupted like what's supposed to be supper, and I'm like, it must. I think it's just that because you're at the end of your day, you're like, oh, whatever. It's 4:30. I might as well chat or whatever.
Yeah.
And Brian says +1 for Ecamm Live. Yeah, it's the new version just came out today, so update if you haven't already, and you can check out all the cool stuff, restreaming to Restream, and
they get it.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's like actually I've seen something, an app update that I'm excited about.
Yeah, nerdy stuff, but it's exciting. Okay, I'm going to go for supper. You finish coding. Dumb programmers. Dumbprogramming.com.